Hello, this is Chad with Syncfusion, and a customer asked about putting our circular gauge in our calendar day cell. So let's take a look at it. Okay, so here's the actual customer request. They did provide a screenshot, which I cannot show, and this is for our JavaScript calendar control, in case I didn't say that. So let's take a look at the sample real quick. Here is a sample, and here's what we made, the sample that we made. And the HTML is pretty boring. So all the work's done over here in the TypeScript. And let's walk through this real quick. We are adding our controls into the TypeScript page. We are creating a collection of circular gauges, and they're all going to look just like this. Now, in real life, you're not going to have a collection of the same charts, I suspect strongly. But this is an idea how you can make it happen. Now, the work happens here as we are defining our calendar control. So a couple things. The render day cell, that's for this, each of these cells is a day cell. And if it does not contain the other month CSS, so this is other month, then we are going to create a div, and that div is going to have the custom CSS tag and a py container ID value. Now, for every day that's created, we're going to clone that gauge we made, and add it to our collection. And that's all we're doing here. Now, when the chart is actually created, when the calendar is actually created, we're going to go through every cell that has the custom CSS tag. We're going to append the next circular gauge to the py container object. So the py container is here and the custom tag is there. So that is technically how it all gets wired in together. And it's just that easy. Now, while we're here, let's talk a little bit about this circular gauge guy. We're creating him here. We are not allowing the pointer to drag because we don't even want the pointer to show. But we'll get to that in a minute. So we've defined it as having a radius of 70%. This means it's going to fill up 70% of the thing, of the whatever container it's in. If we make it 100%, then this is how big that day cell is in the actual calendar control. Then we have start angle, end angle. That's just simply where the gauge is going to start or end. And 360 is the same as 0. Okay. We don't want, these are lines, any ticks. We don't want any ticks showing up, and we don't want any labels to appear. So we have both of them as being 0. Now, the gauge does require a pointer to exist. We have a couple of variety here. We can have a marker, which is just some shape, a range bar, or a variety of needles. And these are customizable. If you need something cool and different, send us a ticket, let us know, and we'll show you how you can do it. So that's our pointers. We've chosen with a circle pointer. We put it in the middle of the radius, so we want it in the middle of the slime. And so I make this bigger and I show you where the pointer is. That's the pointer guy right there. And he's a little bit offset. You can tell it's at 97%, not 100%. Let's put him back. Ranges, we have 2 ranges in here. You can have as many ranges as you wish in our circular gauge. We have 2 because that was a request, but you only have to show 1. You don't have to show any, I suppose. We're still starting as 0 and ending at 50, so we're ending right here. And if you want to change this, maybe we want to make it look like a wave, for example. There we go. So you have a nice little cool little expanding range, and that's fun, isn't it? Okay, I think it's fun. Now the annotations. This is just a little bit of text that we've defined. So if I want to go some annotation, same difference. It's just some text. But if we want to offset this, so right now the angle is 0 and the radius is 0. And 0 is up, right? 0 is up here. So if I want to make this go up, or regular down, sorry. Up is positive. If I wanted to go up, then it's going to go up at 30% of the control. If I wanted to go left, I make this a 27. And now it's going left from center. So that's kind of how you're going to place the annotation around it. And you can go bigger if you want. You can put it completely outside of the gauge. And I don't like that. So that was it. We answered a question, gave a little bit of walkthrough on how this gauge was put together. And thank you for watching.